So starting to put together the RSI SmartCap Evo Adventure for the Colorado. So got one side panel on. Went on pretty smoothly. Now we're gonna try and put the other side panel on onto this side. And then there's front and back here. All right, we have all the sides on now. And we're just doing the final bolt up on the rear door and the rear panel. And then we have to tighten everything down after that. So had to put the D-gasket on yourself. Little tricky. These are pretty tight corners they want you to go around, and then it just ends here, and the memory of the gasket just wants to go straight. So you really got to get quick setting like super glue, or figure out a way to like hold this down on the corner so you can actually make this corner, because it's not going to want to do that on its own just with the 3M adhesive that's underneath it. So definitely need some glue. So you can see there's some glue here on this edge, but now it's in good shape and it's stuck there. So yeah, otherwise the gasket went in pretty smoothly. Goes around the perimeter about, direction set about an 1/8 inch from the edge, and we measured up the truck and it looks like that's the right fitment as well. So here it is one more time, upside down and not on the truck. Probably the last time it'll not be on the truck. So if you have the Colorado, the front of your bed is probably going to have a different elevation than the sides and the back, as you can see. So the RSI cap came with a foam gasket to go across the front rail here. It was a little bit thinner to meet this elevation, and it was more of a cheaper foam, so I opted to just order one of these in. I don't know the name, but if I can remember it when I post this video, I'll put a link. It was about 15 bucks, and got that attached to the front of the bed. And again, I glue the ends down just here and on the far end, so it doesn't want to lift or peel up. So that's in place here now, and the D-gasket from the cap should sit right in here if my measurements are right, but who knows, maybe my measurements are wrong. So now you can see the elevation is the same all the way around. And here's another look of the bare truck without the cap on. And next up, we'll be getting that cap on. So we'll see how much it sags. I think it's probably gonna sag, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, maybe up to an inch even in the rear. Just because the ZR2 has soft suspension to begin with, and the cap it's not heavy, but it's 180 pounds, so not ultra light either. So all right, well, I said I'd do a walk around of the RSI SmartCap on the ZR2. So I just got back to the farm and decided to just drive out. The sun's shining, a little chilly, but it's nice enough weather, and thought I'd just do a quick walk around for anybody that's looking at the cap. Maybe it's helpful because there wasn't a lot of even photos when I picked it up. So I'll just flip the camera. Go from the side. So you'll see it does stick proud of the cab just a little bit, which I'm okay with, because I'm going to end up getting a a roof rack. And so I'll see how it looks once I get the roof rack elevation sorted out. So let's see if I can get the sun out of the picture. So install went pretty good. Had a few friends help me put it on. The lines match up really good. I'm really actually impressed with how it lines up on the bed itself. You can adjust it however you really like it. We got it here for now. Looks like I got enough clearance from the third brake light and the cab. Nothing's gonna contact even with off-roading. You'll see there's a pocket for the third brake light, which is kind of nice. Go back in the sun here. So latches, pretty easy to operate. Just a push. So you can see the back. Nice struts. Of course, with the Adventure, you get the Molly plate on the inside of the doors. There's no glass on the doors, there's solid doors. Stainless steel. I don't know what grade of stainless steel, I never looked that up, so we'll find out how well it fares over time. I do live in a northern climate, as you guys know, so lots of salt exposure in the winter and lots of sand and salt and a lot of the gross stuff that can cause your any steel to rust. So we'll see how it fares, but great for access in and out of the side of the truck. Pretty standard, 3 clamps on either side attached to the bed rails. There's spacers that go in under here. I didn't do a full how-to, but there's spacers that prevent the cap from squishing the D-gasket on the outside. So here's the D-gasket. You install that about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch away from the outer perimeter. So there it is, all opened up. There is a back window slide. Forgive me, I just put it on last night, but I think it only opens from inside the truck bed. You can't actually open it from the cab, which is not amazing, but that's not too bad. Third brake light, I haven't wired up yet. Apparently they're gonna make a harness that'll fit the Colorado, so I'll wait to see what that looks like. The seals all look pretty good. Hopefully we'll keep the weather out. That will butt up against the doors themselves. Threaded inserts on the ceiling, on the roof, for different accessories that RSI is going to offer, or else you can put your own machine bolts in there and do whatever you want. Lighting or hang cargo net or something like that. All right, we'll look up top. So fairly easy to operate. Probably, I'm assuming these are gonna freeze in the winter where I live. But we'll see what de-icer and lock lube will do. All right, so here's a look at the roof.
They call them gull wings, so you can kind of see there is a curve on the top. It's got a bevel on the very top edge. Has the track that can hold future attachments. We're going to be doing roof rack on this one. Has the, I guess they call it the positive air vent on the roof here too. So the thought behind that, I guess, is air gets forced in when you're driving. There's a filter in here to keep out the dust and the bugs, and it'll create some positive pressure inside the canopy itself and hopefully push dust out as opposed to sucking dust in when you're driving. Here's the other side. But good finish, the quality's good. There's a foam gasket between all the seams, so when you assemble it, you put the back on, you put the front on, and then the two sides, and you attach them all to the roof panel, and there's a foam gasket between all of them. I'm not one of those people that really cares that it's like exactly watertight, not expecting it to be like a submarine. But we'll see. I'll do updates if it leaks, but it should be all right. Worst case scenario, I guess you could do some silicone or some caulking inside some of the seams if you had issues with it. So glass looks good on the back. Again, the latches work pretty good. They feel pretty good quality. Everything feels quality on the whole unit. It's not cheap by any chance, by any means. So yeah, so there's your final look. Just thought I'd give people an idea of what it looks like on my truck. So there's the RSI SmartCap Evo Adventure on the ZR2 Colorado 2021, and if you can't hear, it's the diesel model as well, with a full tank of fuel. And factory suspension, no changes, and I'm on stock wheels and tires as well.